Welcome to Riches and Rags. My name is Tyler Delao. I am your host, and today we are joined by Choi. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm very excited to dive into this conversation.
Thank you very much for inviting me today.
What do you do? Who are you? How would you define your profession or your passion, Mr. Choi?
My name is Choi, and I'm a professional golfer. And many things, I shall say.
Do you do business, entrepreneurship?
Yes, I do. Trying to do a few things on the side.
Pro golfer, entrepreneur, but above everything else, you're a father, right?
I'm a father.
Yeah. God, that was a fail. These didn't even come out.
Let's call that for our second son. Yeah, 10 months old. So, thanks.
This is for your 10-month-old son.
Yeah.
Right on.
Thank you.
So you started golf in Korea as a kid, and then your parents brought you over here to the United States, and this is pretty much home now, or do you consider?
Well, yes. I obtained American citizenship for many reasons, but because I live here, this is my home now. Figure it's a great country.
Do you consider Japan home in a way too?
Yes, because I have so many friends, and not just friends, just closer friends and just people that I know, and all the business related stuff that's been going on.
When a young individual like yourself is starting to become professional, starting business, how important is networking to you?
To me, it's 120%. It's above 100% for sure, because I have been rescued. No, been helped out by people. Nothing else has ever helped me out.
I mean, a lot of people would like to attest to skills or that daily regimen, but meeting people and keeping those connections is super important for you.
It's very important for me. Yeah.
And the same is with your partner too. With your wife, she's that crucial teammate that understands that time away that you have. That's tough.
Very tough. I mean, she has a job too, so
okay.
She works hard, full time, accountant.
If there's anyone else in a position like you where they've got to spend time away from their family, what's maybe one...
Actually, let me correct that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sure.
Not an accountant. She's in that field.
She's in that field of accounting?
Yes.
Of number crunching?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I try to actually hear exactly what she does, but it's just not in my field to understand exactly. So... Is
it like... is that how she sees golf? And stuff too is kind of it's hard for you to connect on your individual things like that.
I think everybody is, not just us too. It's just everyone. It's really hard for you to understand what my field is, and it's really hard for me to understand your field is. Even though you look into it, it's just not the same. Being in it and looking from the outside is two different things. So.
How do you keep that spark with your wife? Because that's pretty important with you, right? If you're the team home is the foundation.
It was weird. I met her my freshman year in college, and it was over a phone conversation. I said, "I'm going to marry this girl, have a happily life forever." It was phone conversation. She was working at her mom's Korean restaurant at the time.
Okay.
And I wanted to go eat Korean food, and she answered. So it's like, ooh.
So you didn't actually know her?
No.
You just met her voice on the phone first, and you're like, this is the one?
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest ways to meet someone. Yeah, screw Tinder.
I've never used
Just start calling up restaurants, and when you like a voice, go with it.
Yeah. Well, when I met her, there was no Tinder available, so
Oh, okay.
it was barely Facebook. It was 2003, 2002 winter. So it was barely Facebook.
Do you use social media now? And if you do,
A little bit.
how prevalent is that for your overall image as a professional golfer and for your marketing as a business person? How important is social media?
I haven't really separated like that in a way. Okay, social media, I never used it until about 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's because I'm a late boomer in technology.
Okay.
Didn't see the importance. Actually, I did, but never took my time to post stuff and trying to increase followers, and didn't know how important it was until recently.
Okay.
Then I realized, wow, I got to utilize it as much as I can. So I start putting more stuff. Yeah.
Well, what are some big networking tactics that you use that's not social media?
I'm very analog.
Like
Actually, until recently, I would rather go to bank than use a app.
you would rather go to where?
Bank to bank work than app.
Okay.
So I'd rather go talk to teller, trying to get all the papers done,
Yeah.
and get approved, and then it was satisfied type stuff. So everything's very analog.
Okay. Meeting face to face, like calling up your wife on the phone at the restaurant. I like that. It's an interaction with the real world.
Yeah. So I try to keep. It's great because I golf. I play golf.
Is that hat your initial? Is that
It's actually
part of your golf?
It's
brand?
one of things that I do on the side.
Okay.
It's a little clothing brand. I produce them.
And you brought a golf club with you too, right?
Yeah. Well, the connection between you and I, it's from your dad, really. Here.
Oh, nice. I like this. I like this case. Am I supposed to pull this off? Oh.
It's Velcro, so you can have it.
Okay. Oh, that Velcro sounds nice. I'm struggling to open this. So, Cameron and Co. Nice. Hey, it's got your name on it, Cameron.
It's actually Scotty Cameron.
Oh, Scotty Cameron. So what makes this putter special?
Actually, the name, really. Scotty Cameron. He makes putters for a lot of tour players, PGA Tour players, and all the tour players around the world. It's one of Titleist's putter brand.
Did you compete with this ever?
Yes, I did play with those a couple of years. Now it's kind of in my rack of collections.
Okay, I've got a real question here, and it might just be superstition, right? Do you think items can hold mojo? Like really, like if you play with the club and you're doing well, do you think like that club holds some mojo in it?
Kinda.
There's a little bit of
it's not club's mojo. It's more of how I feel that thing. So I don't know.
So it doesn't stick with the club. It's the relation between you and the club and the time of day.
Yes. So say I'm hitting this club really well.
Okay.
And it's just, I can't miss it. And it's all of a sudden,
can't miss.
Other pro comes up and goes, "Oh, you got a new club? Let me check it out." And grabs and kind of touches and hits it. Or a friend of mine who's an amateur, let's say, who just doesn't really know. It's like, "Oh, let me try it." Pulls it out, hits it. And all of a sudden I could clean him up and it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel
like
right.
After they touch the club, it doesn't feel. Is that what you're saying, or
after?
What do you mean by clean it up?
Brush after they hit it. There's.
Oh, you mean like literally clean it? Oh, okay.
It's you clean your club after you hit.
Okay.
Every time.
I thought you meant like getting the balls off of the green, like cleaning up, like on a pool
table.
Oh,
yeah. Like actually physically cleaning the golf clubs, but.
So.
Well, no, I don't clean it because of voodoo or nothing. It's just because it's got grass on it. It's got.
No, I don't believe you. I think you gotta get the voodoo off.
Right,
Keep the mojo.
I try to take it off.
That's a good little insight. Yeah. I kind of feel a little bit like that about guitar picks and guitars.
Yeah, sometimes, I think it's just a professional thing.
It's a relationship with you can't do the thing without the item. So it's like, you can't play golf without the club. It's very important. I think we could hit a fortune if you're down. This is a little prompt. If we hit the fortune gong and pull out like a philosophical quote and see what you think about it, just your opinion. Mm-hmm. Would you like to hit the gong for me, please?
Sure, try it. I go with the flow, remember?
Yeah. Nice. See, that's a nice, gentle touch. Everyone's got a different touch. My uncle smashes it, almost knocks it off. I'm going to go ahead and let you pick it.
Ooh, fortune cookie.
You don't have to eat it. You can if you want. But
why not? Do I crush it, everything, or do you just want to open it?
You can open it, and it's up to you, yeah.
All right.
Go for it. Destroy it. Now,
you read it.
Okay. Because I kind of typed them out. They say funny things.
Oh, so you made them.
Well, I picked quotes from famous people, old people in history.
Well,
and
I'm really weak in that department.
I only had so many text letters for the fortune cookie, so some of them are abbreviated. Like
very, very, very
weak
in that field.
You're very weak in which field?
That field. Quotes and stuff. But anyways,
quotes and stuff. Okay. It's okay. I'm not going to quiz you. This is nice because... We cannot afford to be rich materially, but poor spiritually. So it's like we can't afford to be rich with only material at the expense of being poor spiritually. What do you think? Do you think that you can be rich without having any spirituality attached to that? Like it. What is? I guess what
rich anyway.
Yeah, that's really what it's getting at. Yeah. What is richness to you? Is it more like physical stuff? Is it more like time with your family?
Never thought of it. I never thought I wanted to be rich or anything. So
this is a perfect question because our podcast is called Riches and Rags. A lot of people are gonna naturally have a question of, well, where's the wealth question? But this is a good insight. Because you own your own business, you're a pro golfer. It's fair to say, and you don't have to say numbers, but you can take care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, doing those things. And professionalizing a passion is one thing that I hope to inspire any of the viewers. Mm-hmm. Any new people who are like, I just love to do this thing. I love to play golf. I don't know where to go with it.
Well, actually, being successful in that field, I don't think it correlates 100% with their passion.
Okay.
It requires skills. It requires luck. So I don't know, because you're passionate at something, you should go ahead and try to turn that into a business or try to make that into your main part. A lot of people do it, and I'm not going to say don't do it, but I just don't think it's very practical.
When you went into golfing, like you said, you weren't trying to get rich with it.
No, I just wanted to be good at it, and I just wanted to be a pro golfer. I don't know what it was when I was young. It's just
maybe just the competition itself. You just wanted to dominate.
No,
a field?
That's a funny thing. That's the reason why I never got into PGA Tour or anything like that. It's because I'm not a really good competitor.
There's a story my dad has about when he was caddying for you,
mm-hmm.
and you were towards the end of the qualifying round. I don't know which one it was, but you were 1 or 2 hits away from making it or breaking it. And from the way my father explained it, he was very tense. He was trying to tell you, look, Jay, you got to make this. This is it comes down to this hit. And you turned to him and you said, Ralph, chill. It's just a game. Is this a story that
there is,
you
actually.
Remember? Yeah, can I hear from your point of view?
Yeah, that's the day I think I met your dad. It was the first day I met him. He wasn't a caddy. He was a player.
Oh.
Your dad actually was a really good player. Okay. He still is. So yeah, we were playing together. It was a U.S. Open qualifier, and it was towards the end. And I hit a shot and rolled into a desert area where it's really hard to find a golf ball. So I hit a professional. Then we were looking for it and couldn't find it. And to me, it felt like the 5 minute was over. That's how much time you're given to search for your ball when it's missing.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, let's just go. And he's like, dude, we got 1 more minute. Your dad was like, come on. I was like, dude, hold on. I mean, we're in the same field. You're kind of like my opponent, you know. You're not really a teammate.
But he was encouraging you,
because I had a shot and he really did, and he was already off. And your dad is really good. He's a good sportsman.
Okay.
He has a really good sportsmanship. So he was like, Jay, come on, man, you gotta find your ball. I'm like, dude, chill out. It's just a game. It's.
How do you keep that mentality about something so heavy as a qualifying tournament? What qualifying tournament was it? Do you remember?
U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open. That's a big deal.
Who?
I don't know. How do you keep that mentality? How do you?
I don't know if I have to keep anything. It's just the way I think and believe. It's U.S. Open. Yeah, great. But to who? I mean, it's just a golf tournament.
Everything's kind of just a game.
It's the same. To me, it's the same. The outcome or the benefit that you may get out might be different, but you playing with your friends around a golf and you playing around a golf at a tournament, it's same golf.
That helps me because I've kind of had this intersecting mentality about playing music for fun, but also trying to do it in a professional way. So that helps me because I've been trying to divide the two, but maybe I shouldn't.
I try not to.
You try not to. Okay. That's awesome. So
it's light but deep, huh?
Yeah. No, it's a good piece to think on. It's again going back to the flow, being in the present. When do you return to Japan? How much more time do you have here in Albuquerque?
I think I'm leaving. I haven't booked the flight yet because of the quarantine situation. They're not sure how many days of quarantine they would require me to participate in the tournament.
Okay.
So.
And how many years in the future do you foresee yourself doing the country to country? Is this something you want to do for the rest of your life, or you just don't plan that far?
How can you plan that far?
I don't know. I've tried.
Well, I mean, being a professional golfer is a very different job than actually any athlete should say, because your contract is every year.
Oh, you have an actual contract.
Well, it's not even an actual contract. It's for you to play in a tournament. It's not like you apply to play a tournament. You gotta have a qualification to participate in that tour.
Okay.
And that's another, it takes a year to go through. And
okay.
I mean, I could explain the steps of becoming a professional golfer. That'd be great. It's not.
It's a lifestyle. It takes years after years after years. Okay.
And you're not guaranteed to be back on that tour the next year if you don't perform well enough.
Have there been years where you haven't been able to perform on the tour? Or do you make it every time?
There's two types of tour. Based on major tours, there's a tour, the tour, like PGA Tour, and there's a development tour, like challenge tour it's called. In U.S., it's called Corn Ferry Tour.
Okay.
So when you fall out from the top, you play there for a year. And when you get ranked top 20 or something, you get back on the main tour. So in a way, I never got off the wagon of both tours for the last 13 years yet.
Okay.
But I have been fall off the main tour to go back to the challenge tour a couple of years, come back.
Okay. I understand.
So it's like minor league and come back. Minor league and come back.
That's a lot of dedication, man. That's a lot of traveling, how much of it is mental versus physical? I mean,
think it's more mental than physical. I mean, walking 18 holes of golf, it's really not that hard. I mean,
okay.
that's why there's guys out there playing 60 years old, playing on tour, walking, you know.
How about other physical activity? I really like to ask my guests about their health and other aspects of their life. What are some other physical activities you do, if any?
None.
None.
Pretty
Oh,
much none.
you just have boss genetics, I guess.
Golf. I used to do training. I used to, to be a better professional golfer. Then I realized, for what? I wasn't getting satisfaction or joy out of physical workouts to get better in golf.
So you have to have a connection of joy, or you have to like what you're doing to do it at all?
I think so, or else.
Because a lot of people are out there just doing stuff they don't like, right? So,
I mean, that's a choice you make, obviously. But it's not everyone is fortunate enough to go with the flow. I mean, that's something, like I said, I'm very fortunate and lucky.
I like
person.
that you also attribute the factor of luck. I mean, that's important. Yeah, a lot of
it's 51% almost. I mean,
mentality and luck, and get you networking. That'll get you further than your.
You treat others right, and you get treated right.
I agree. You
treat other with the respect and give them credit for what they do. They'll give you credit for what you do.
Speaking of respecting others, you asked if you could vape in here, but does this bother you at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
You're free to do it as well.
Right.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Well, I have some nicotine stuff. I do smoke cigarette. I shouldn't say that.
That's a perfect insight. So the smoking, it's a good thing on the health too. How often do you smoke? I mean, is it just like kind of
a lot?
Really?
A lot.
Oh shit.
A lot.
Do you think that's because of the social environments you were in, or you really do enjoy smoking?
Maybe it's part of ADD. It's habit also. Cigarettes kind of habit. So I try not to smoke real cigarettes as much anymore because there's so many stuff isn't added. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if it's added, it might as well not be actual smoke. Just be like vape or something. So I'm trying to smoke a little bit of vape.
How old were you when you had your first cigarette? Do you remember?
I don't think it's legally.
Probably not.
So I started. My first cigarette I ever tasted.
Don't admit it. They're gonna take you to jail. I'm just kidding.
I can't say I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Damn. But that was Korea, right?
Yeah, I grew up in a family. Everybody smoked.
Okay.
So I had access to cigarette if I wanted to, and it was pure curiosity, and I didn't even know how to smoke. It was in my memory. I just puffed and I was like. Yeah, right. Then next time I remember, actually, it was 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah, adolescence. That sounds normal,
Then I got in constant smoking from about 9th grade.
Damn.
So yeah, I've been smoking a long time.
Did it ever get in the way of your golf?
No.
Well.
Yeah. Because there's a penalty if you smoke on a tournament while you're playing a tournament.
Like on camera or just in general on the course?
You don't know when you're being shot at or shoot at. So it's generally, there's a rule within the tour saying you're only allowed to smoke in between holes while you're walking.
Okay.
So... you play 18 holes of 1 round of golf.
Yeah,
so you have 17 times of 17 chances to smoke. So, and if you get caught smoking in the fairway or on your tee box, I believe it's like $1,500 in Japan.
Damn, that's hefty.
Well, it's to a tour. It's not to a government or anything. So.
Right. That's insane that they would just charge you for that.
Oh, everything. That's the easiest way to make people follow rules is
to just charge them.
Charge them.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like these guys don't have $1,500. I'm sure they.
I'm sure. Yeah. What about your diet? I mean, you don't particularly think breakfast is too important. You eat when you're hungry. What about anything in particular you stay away from or that you choose to eat that you like?
Changes.
It just changes. Go with the flow. Yeah, that's very Tao. Very Tao indeed. Let's do another fortune cookie.
Sure.
Prompt another
I don't know if
thought.
we discussing much about wealth, but yeah.
Well, we did kind of veer away from that first question is, can we afford to be rich materially but poor spiritually?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can be rich.
Oh, yeah. The wealthy question, it's very, I think it's difficult because everybody has different standard of wealth.
What is wealth to you?
That you have enough to survive another day.
Because you, like you said, you can't really plan too much further.
You can. That's. I think you can. You just don't expect that it's gonna go that way 100%. Don't believe in. I can't say don't believe in it. I just have a hard time believing because I set a goal that I'll be there unless it's a very broad goal or so. That was my point of saying.
I think a phrase that I think about is hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Yeah,
I kind of live my life like this. Like I will plan things out and I will hope for the best, but really you could just get hit by a bus taking a walk the next day. So.
Exactly. You just don't know. I mean, so your planning is important, but don't expect to be on track to yourself too. That's just being too hard on yourself, I think.
When you plan things, how far out into the future would you plan it?
I'll plan it. It's not more of a time. I don't have time set for a type of planning per se. So the things that I've done and will do and been doing are things that I have just thought of and have a goal in mind that this is what I want to do. And I just slowly, every chance I get, I'll just pick at it and pick at it and pick at it and pick at it.
So that's a good method is kind of working a little bit every day, chipping away a little bit.
Yeah, chipping away. I don't have, unlimited funding to do stuff. I don't have unlimited big word is resource. Not just funding. It's resource, people, whatever. You can't do everything by yourself. There's nothing really you could do everything yourself.
I like that. You can't do everything by yourself.
There's nothing. I shouldn't say nothing because you can go to the restroom by yourself.
Most ages.
Yes, and actually,
there comes a point, and actually, I broke my pelvis when I was 16. And I couldn't go to the restroom by myself. So at that age, you could be any age, and you might need some help with something.
You just can't. You can't do things by yourself. There's not. There's always going to be someone involved, or something, or someone involved. So
when do you know it's time to ask for help with something?
I think when the time.
You just know.
Don't you know? That's when you ask.
I think there's a point where I deny it for a little bit, maybe a day or two. Like, well, I'll try my ego. I'll say I can do it, and then
that means
I'll have to admit, yeah.
I think that means you had a couple of days of still left on you before you needed help.
Okay, that's a fair shout.
That's stuff that I kind of believe. It's you ask help when you need help.
Okay. How else do you treat the ego? Do you consider it important?
Is the ego like pride, or is it
in a sense like what I think of an ego as what your brain thinks to make you feel better, regardless of logic.
Trying to think. I try to.
Like I'll give you an example.
All right.
I'm a musician, and for years I played in college around town, and we were decently good, and people would always come up, "Oh, you were good, you were good, you were good," and I lost touch with it. So to keep my ego in check, I went and I did some stand-up comedy, and I bombed. You know, I was used to performing and getting good feedback, aside from if it was music or comedy. But when I did comedy, I expected to get good feedback. You were good, you were good. And when I bombed, no laughs, very uncomfortable. It got my ego in check. I actually was like, okay, I'm actually not as funny as I thought I was. So it was an uncomfortable situation I put myself in to tame the ego. Does that...
Oh,
have you done anything like that?
No,
Like, no.
no. So I guess I just don't choose not to go check that ego because I don't ego.
Well, maybe growth, like learning something. Are there any
Experience.
uncomfortable situations where you're like, that's uncomfortable. I don't want to do it, but it's gonna be for the better.
No, I just won't do it.
You just won't do it. Okay.
Unless I'm told or I have no other option to. Why?
I don't know.
that's I'm saying that's how I feel. It's like
I know that's fine. Yeah.
if that's the only option that you have, then why hate it? Or
So you're always pushing towards stuff that you do like. You try and approach everything from a positive.
I try to. I think it comes from being a golfer kind of mentality. It's a pro golfer, or I don't know if it might be the other way around. I try to look at it from the bright side than the dark side. If it's 50-50. So.
Okay.
So
have you ever taken any ice baths?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it was beneficial in any way? No. It was just
so
some
would I do it again?
hype.
No.
Oh, so you only did one?
Yeah. It's just because I have a really back issue. I have a lower back issue back since like 17, 16. So during college years, I was one of those football player ice bath, and because I don't know why they told me to do it, but
it didn't help your back. What has helped your back? Anything over the years? Do you stretch or do yoga?
I tried, but I don't think I did it long enough to maybe get an effect out of it. But I didn't get any, so I just quit. I'm not doing it anymore. The pain that I had to go through to be painless was kind of like,
So do you just ignore it now is what you're saying?
Yeah, just take medication if it's so bad.
Okay.
Just Advil and Tylenol mix. Or I have tried other stuff. Nothing chemical. Nothing illegal chemical. But I have tried CBD. I have tried... I don't know if I should even say this, but that's something that's very similar to CBD, or it's in my field. I've tried it, and I don't know if the most effective way was apparently pills, Advil and Tylenol.
How soft is your bed? Is it a soft bed, or do you ever sleep on?
I think I like the firmer side than a softer side, but my wife says she got firm beds, but to me it feels soft. So,
have you ever tried sleeping like flat on the floor?
I can't wake up the next morning.
You can't wake up the next morning? Is it just too stiff?
It's just.
I've been sleeping on the floor for about a year. It's helped me.
Well, Koreans used to sleep on the floor until recently, until about 30 years ago.
Huh.
Well, not floor. They had a
like
mat.
a mat. Yeah, that's what I do. It's like roll out a blanket or two.
Yeah.
No, I just try and find some answers to problems if you have any, right? I just stretch,
I guess I'm not a typical athlete.
That's fine, but
I will tell you all the, physical therapy way to cure things, but
No, it's perfect because you're still able to succeed. Just goes no, it's not in a bad way, but it's like it just goes to show you can smoke sometimes and you can have a bad back and just keep a positive mentality, strive for being good to another person, and you can climb up where you're going, right?
You have a harder time probably get to the top because.
Are you trying to get to the top?
No.
That's I think another important point. Is if you're not keeping track of that placement, you're involved in
I do
the
have
element
to
itself.
because some part of my job requires it
Well,
because I
yeah.
have to be in a certain rank to get another job security for next year. But do I want to be the number one player? Used to be. I used to when I was young.
Okay, so what changed? What was the
reality?
Reality. Okay.
I'm married. I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put 24/7 into this thing. You can't save both. It's really hard to save both. That's why there's so much divorce rate on athletes because of to be good at that sport, you got to give more than what normal people would give, unless you're freaking talented.
What does that look like? Like extra hours?
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit one more ball than the other person to be better at it. Obviously, I mean, to be prepared. It's muscle memory. So more your body could repeat the same thing, it's easier this thing is because less air and you could hit closer. So more time you practice, obviously, it's better. But once again, if you don't have the talent and you just because you have a passion, you're giving, then you can't save your family, because
Gotta pay attention to reality.
It's reality. It's check.
So do things for the love of it, not just to try and get rich, not just to try and be number one. I think that's so crucial for especially being happy. Would you say you're happy?
I'm very happy.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm very happy.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I mean, I sleep whenever I want to. I wake up when I want to. I mean...
Okay. Do you take naps during the day?
No, I sleep about average 4 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah.
At like nighttime?
Nighttime and daytime combined. If I sleep 2 hours in a day, I probably could only sleep 2 hours a night.
Really? Yeah. So you have no sleep schedule, or is there most nights and then some days, or it's
I try to take all 4 at night, obviously.
Okay. That is... Have you always been a sleeper who only needs 4 hours? Or
I don't know. It felt waste to me. You don't necessarily have to do anything, but just having your eyes open, because you're going to sleep forever once you close your eyes at that time comes.
Okay.
When your eyes are open and you're picking stuff with your eyes, you're learning something, you're thinking about something. I think you're improving yourself during that time, so I'd rather not sleep.
What about a halfway? Like, do you meditate? Are you awake but not thinking about anything, not learning?
Not purposely, but sometimes.
Sometimes you just kind of phase out.
Yeah, I think because I use it too much.
Because it's exhaustion.
It's just constant thinking. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my mind always jumps around. That's why maybe I'm doing a lot of other things than just one thing.
Right, like the clothing line, right?
Yeah, it's obvious. Not like I said, it's not the wealth. I'm not trying to do this for money. I'm not trying to.
But everybody has bills, and it's okay to monetize your passion, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
And
do
grow.
it, but I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's the right way. I'm not saying everybody should do that or that's the paradise. No, everybody's different. I think my wife is completely different than how I am in a way. She likes planning things. She likes shirt things and.
Does she help with your clothing line business?
No, she does not. I'd leave everything business overseas if I have to. It's nothing my family should worry about.
Okay.
So when there's a problem, I should worry about it, not her.
I am a little more curious about the clothing line business.
Okay.
When did you start Oh, you got a little bit of water on your glasses there.
It'll dry out.
It'll dry out.
We're in a very dry place, New Mexico.
Yeah, it looks like you're crying in a
Oh,
very
no.
fake way.
All right.
Cool. No, it's fine. You want to? I wear glasses too. So.
Where is it?
It's just a drop.
If I
I'm
tear
sorry
it
to
up on my
distract
visual-
you about the water. You like
That's
to be
all right.
in the moment.
It's all right.
The clothing business.
Mm-hmm.
How many years have you been doing it?
The first brand was 2012. Started.
So almost 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of clothing? I see a hat. What else do you guys make?
This is actually a newer brand. We started about
okay.
3 years ago. It's just strictly golf wear. Nothing street. You could wear street if you want. It's very, very, very. I don't know what's a good word. I'm not a designer, so I can't really bring that word. Eccentric, no. Unique.
Okay.
I like it. Our designer's awesome. He's about a year ahead all the time. It's kind of maybe if I wanted to, and then if I should, we can probably do a lot better.
You said like, for example, the hat is another company. Are they different businesses, or
Yeah,
are they DBAs under a parent umbrella company? Is it like one big parent that owns
No,
the different
it's
or they're all separate?
well, it's really not. It's not really that
Oh,
formed.
okay.
It's like I said, I don't. It's not for money. It's so I don't have to make it really formality. But so what happened was originally the partners are basically factory, designer, and operational. It's all I basically I got people together to produce something in the beginning.
Okay.
And while we're doing it, the whole point was not to have any negative for the year. That was the whole point. So as long as we break even,
Okay.
we're golden. That was the whole point. And that theory kind of worked. Way we ran it, it was kind of smooth. Nothing really big profit or no profit, but it was just flat because we have factory, we had the designer. Nothing was outsourced, so we had no expense out.
So what exactly is your position? Are you allowed
I'm a producer.
allowed to tell me?
No, I'm a producer. That's I tell myself producer. Even all the things. I try to tell myself I'm a producer. I'm not a CEO. I'm not an owner. I'm not a president. I'm a producer.
Okay.
PD.
And it's connected to the golf, right?
Yeah, everything. Not everything, but.
Is it kind of a branding image? Would you say like Choi is that kind of a brand? Do you see it that way?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
It was
how
the clothing line. It is. It was. It is. It will, as long as I play golf. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I don't know how to explain.
Why did you start the clothing company? You said it's
I didn't.
not.
It's
for
not
money.
because I wanted to start it. It was actually happened because I was approached by it first.
So the opportunity presented itself
To me in the
you
beginning, yeah.
from just
From
a
my
fat cat?
manager.
Oh, your manager. Okay.
She's into horses, and she had connections with some leather brand and stuff like that, and like horse, equestrian, whatever. What do they call that? Equestrian. Like
I actually
you wear this
don't
like
know.
suit and you jump on horses and.
A horse. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
They slap the horse. Yeah, we might. He might be able to pull up a picture.
Like they
for
wear
us.
that cap.
Equestrian. I don't know this word.
Equestrian. Or
I
something like
think
that.
I've heard it, but I think you're right. I'm just.
Equestrian.
I'm uneducated.
That one.
Dressage.
Equestrian.
Equestrian. You're right. You're right.
Equestrian.
I just don't know the definition.
Yeah. So and then she had some connection with people in the clothing line with that, and
Wait. So you guys make clothes that have this look? Wait.
No, actually, you could check it out. You could check out her
making,
site.
right?
No, she wasn't even making. She was my manager, so she knew people in that business.
Oh.
And then
okay.
And I was like, how come everybody's wearing the same clothes? You know? And she's
Like
like,
regular T-shirts and stuff.
no, golf wear. When I go to
golf
golf
wear.
tournaments, it was like either Nike or golf brands, and everybody was in the same clothes. I'm like, you're going to look like another person out there. So I was kind of throwing bounce out there, and she goes, hey, why don't you just make your own brand, and let's just get it on.
And you wear that brand?
I did.
Out on
the first brand, yeah.
Okay.
And then this new brand, it's same people, same designer, everybody. Just the marketing and operation team changed. So so our first brand is in Tokyo. The base is in Tokyo, and our second brand is based in Sapporo.
Sapporo, where is that?
Hokkaido. It's a North Island.
Okay. Is there a reason you operate out of Japan? Is it just because
because I'm there.
Your fan base is there. That's where you.
Yeah. It's good. It's a unique country. It's a good country. I like to do stuff there. I enjoy being there, so I just like to do things there.
Do you own any real estate
in Japan? I don't. I don't think I should. Or
you don't think you should? I bet it's expensive.
Because of visa and all the tax reasons. I shouldn't own any.
How about in any other country? Do you have any real estate
No.
elsewhere? What about any other businesses? Because you do the golf, and then you have your clothing line.
To be fair, I have actually opened up many things.
I'm curious if you're not allowed to talk about it, or if you can be mysterious and elusive.
Oh yeah, in a way, I want to be mysterious. I have my fingers in a lot of many things. Like I said, I chip things away, and right now, it's I found something very passionate. So
You really like doing it.
I really like doing this thing. So I am putting a lot of time and effort, but I have a limitation what I could do. So I have a huge help from a couple of people.
What's the limitation? Is it financial? Is it intellectual? Is it because you don't know anyone in the network? What's the limitation?
Well, this thing I'm very passionate right now.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me what it is.
We figured it out. So we formed this. So I'm actually full onto this one right now.
Because this is again coming back. You needed help at some point in time.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm asking, like, what was your personal limitation?
I couldn't move any. I couldn't make it.
You couldn't make it. You couldn't understand.
I couldn't make it happen. I had vision of it. I understood how it's done. I just couldn't do it because of my limitation of my skills.
Okay.
It's the skill that required to do that. It's not something that you could just learn.
It takes years and
experience and connections in that field.
Anyone who's curious about what we're talking to, just hang into the program. Maybe give Riches and Rags podcast a little follow, because these projects are going to unfold as the future unfolds. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm working on something over here, but we're not going to, again, disclose anything.
Yeah.
It is super fascinating, and I'm wondering where the world's gonna go here in the next year or two.
I see it because of my son more than anything. I realized because of it. It's somewhere along the line with crypto world.
Crypto, like currency, blockchain technology.
It's not. I don't think it's so much of currency in a way, because currency's kind of, it has a meaning of money in a way.
Okay.
I think it's value more than money. So
people find value in some strange things.
Exactly. And why not give that item a value and let people in similar taste or similar interests have similar value and utilize it?
I like that a lot. It's such a mysterious way to describe it, because we have to be non-descriptive.
Yes. So,
and here's a thought I had. I'm sure you've met some eccentric people in your world. What's some of the weirdest things of taste people have had. Like somebody bought something and you're like, that was stupid. Why do they like that? Because like you were just saying,
I said things in a very joke or being normal way. Like, why would he buy that? But I never
Right.
actually thought of it. I've never thought.
Okay.
I've always thought, why would he buy it? What is there that holds its value to him? That's what interests me more than.
you do try to look beyond
Yes, and when
what you can understand.
anything
Why?
unique happens, I try to understand why more than having a view.
I'm trying to think of something that somebody bought that didn't make sense to me. I can't think of any examples
We
right
could have
now.
said this 10 years ago, say Bitcoin, be like, yeah, why would someone buy that?
I had one when it was worth 800.
Really?
I
Wow.
think one of my biggest mistakes was selling it when it dropped half of its value. I dropped to 400 and I was in college young and I was like, I should cash out before this thing folds.
That's experience.
Yeah.
That's something you just never know until you. That's why history the history shouldn't repeat itself. They repeat itself because you're doing the same mistake, or there's a few reasons. I think I don't know. I'm a very shallow thinker in a way, but it repeats itself because you did the same thing, or you did the other option and. No, there was more option than that, basically, and it happened again. So it's not history repeat itself. It's history hasn't happened itself. The future hasn't happened yet. Don't say it's gonna repeat itself.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. There's maybe patterns, but nothing's exactly the same.
Yeah,
Everything's brand new.
Yeah, so my hobby. So this is about 12 years ago. I had to fill out a professional golfer profile.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me what my hobby was. I was like, I don't have one. So,
like on the profile, like the
Yeah.
golf application sheet,
Yeah.
there was a line for hobby.
yeah, like my profile, Choi, this, my birthday, blah, 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 my hobby,
And you
I was
didn't
like,
have
what
one.
do I, and it's like, what do I like to, what is it that I like to do? And it was trying to find something I don't know anything about and trying it.
What did you find? What was that? Did you look or find anything?
No, it's just trying to find out. Basically, I research for it, and whatever I find that is satisfied, I'm done, and just move on. And my next thing is when I walk around, I go, why is that interesting? And I started searching, digging, and that was my hobby, basically.
Your hobby was learning
Just-
new things.
I guess in a way, but not to a degree where it turns into profession. No, job. I dig in and just find out if it's my thing or not, and just step out. Maybe that's why I have many things already kind of lined up.
But it's safe to say that you try some things, you don't like some things, but here and there you do find, I like this.
Yeah, and then I go, ooh.
Okay, and you run with it. I think that's so important to try new things, especially if you think you're not going to like it.
Well, trying starts from kind of looking into it,
Curiosity?
curiosity, and trying to look from the third person point of view.
Has your
Yeah.
curiosity ever betrayed you? Have you ever been curious, done something, and then regretted that immediately? Have you ever made any big mistakes that you could maybe help any of us avoid?
Well, I'm sure I've made many regrets, but it's not something to remember. It's not big enough that I remember. I guess it's move on.
Man, I like your philosophy. It's very in the present, very, very in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember regretting. I'm really trying to think.
I mean,
I didn't live long enough, I guess.
you didn't.
I haven't lived long enough. I'm only 38, going 9, so
Okay.
I haven't lived long enough.
Do you plan on having more kids, or are you
A plan once again?
again? Yeah, you don't plan on.
At the moment, no, I'm not. But that feeling is actually changing every day. It's actually say it was 100% I didn't have a third kid. Now it's like 90. Every day goes to lower and lower and lower. Just because our younger one is growing up, then it's like, we're going to miss another
You're
one.
going to miss the young
version.
version.
So that's what's kind of going. But I try to think stuff kind of more logical than emotional.
What about your heritage, where you come from? Is that important to you? Staying in contact with your parents, with
Yes.
your grandparents.
I should do more.
Brothers or sisters.
I should contact them more, but I do think I try to think as much as possible about them, but I can't do it enough, obviously, and I can't. I'm not a person. I'm not gonna call her every day. My parents say, "Hey, how you doing?" That's just
right.
No news is good news kind of way. But I'm always thinking about them. There's one thing I do every year, making sure is I call them my birthday.
On their birthday?
My birthday. I don't care about their birthday.
Fuck their birthdays.
It's not that. It's
no, I know.
That's another day in 365 days. It's a day that gave me a birth. It's a day I dedicate. I make sure to call them and say thanks. That's something.
That is interesting. I don't know if I've ever called my parents to thank them.
I don't have birthday parties.
Huh.
I don't care. It's another day out of a year. It's just a day my parents gave me birth. It's not me. It's them.
And for your kids, does that mentality or philosophy spill over? Even though you don't think your birthday is a big deal, do you still try and make a big deal out of your kids' birthdays?
I don't. I think
you
my
don't.
wife does.
Your wife does.
Yeah.
But then that's her deal. And that's interesting. Because I think about my birthday too, and there's been many years where I just work and just ignore it. I don't think it's that important either.
Yeah, if you think it's important, it's important. If it's not, it's not.
Hey, I like that. It's a fair shout.
So I think last year, my birthday, me and my caddy walked out of the hotel, looked around and found a ramen restaurant nearby. And it was actually very high-end lobster broth, like
Damn.
ramen. So I was like, oh, that's nice. It was like $15. Like, oh. So I had them.
So there was a
cake.
little, you treated yourself a little bit.
No, actually, I downgraded myself.
You downgraded yourself.
I usually eat something much better than that, probably.
You made it sound really good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but I usually eat something better.
Like what? I'm curious.
Wagyu beef, Kobe beef. Yeah, not every day, but yeah, I'm at a country where luxury items are beyond normal or abnormal.
They're just very accessible.
Yeah, very. They're
okay.
Yeah, it's a cool country.
I floated through Japan for 1 week, and it was very different from the other Asiatic cultures I've been in. It was very clean, very kind of quiet, and yeah, everything was expensive as hell.
Is that what you felt?
Well,
how long was this?
Compared to China and Vietnam, which are the other Asian cultures, other countries I went to, everything was a lot cheaper there. And then you get to Japan, and they're like, you can't eat when you walk in the streets. It's rude to eat while you. It's rude to smoke on the sidewalk. You could get fined. And yeah, I was not used to that. Do you break the rule? Do you smoke outside a little bit?
No, I smoke where I'm allowed. So they have smoke booth and they have a smoking booth. It's got the air filtration system built in, and yeah, it's different. About the price, I'm actually surprised that you felt that. Yeah, how long ago was this experience?
2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm broke. I'm a broke son of a gun.
Well,
so,
no, don't.
So expensive to me is yeah.
Okay, so what felt expensive? How much was expensive? Did you feel at the time?
Just the places to stay. We had to stay in smaller hostels as opposed to maybe a larger hotel room.
So price per square foot, you felt expensive.
Price per square foot was expensive.
So per night, if you wanted to, you could have spent $30 a night instead of $100 a night, right?
Could have, but it would have been smaller. Yeah.
Smaller.
And we did. It was more like, again, like the rollout mats instead of a big fancy bed. And I also thought the transportation was more expensive because we bought the rail pass. Right, that's pretty essential in Japan. You get one or two.
That's the best way to go if you're going to be there for a week or 10 days.
That was a few $100s compared to a couple of dollars here and there for an Uber or a Grab or a Didi. So, and then street food.
I actually feel the other way.
You think Japan's cheaper?
Cheaper than Albuquerque almost.
Oh,
for essential. Cost, or it's something that is must cover,
like
cost of living, base cost of living.
Okay.
To live, you could find an apartment in the downtown of Osaka for $300-$400 a month. To live.
About how big would that place to live be? Just what you need, right?
Yeah, 300-400 square foot place.
It's like a studio apartment.
Yeah, studio apartment, but it's divided into 3 rooms probably because of way it's structured, but it's not a big country. And the minimalism really kind of comes from them. It's very successful as a nation in economics. They've done really well for themselves. So you don't need all the space, really.
So one of the ways you think about wealth and richness is to just try and only take what you need, not trying.
If you have what you need and some, that's wealthy.
If you have what you need and some, that's wealthy.
Yeah, maybe to some of the listeners might sound like, yeah, because you have it. Who says I have it? I never said I have it, and I don't. Okay. The things you buy, nice things, whatever. But the thing is, because I believe in that product, not because I'm trying to show off to people.
That's important.
It's
why I wear just like a black T-shirt.
Dude, I buy majority of my clothes. I think for this whole winter, I bought 3 sets of clothes. It was a trainer, the fleece up set from Costco for $30 a set.
Okay.
And I'm still wearing it. And this actually my clothes, because it's golf wear that I don't buy it. They're making our clothes.
They give it to you. Yeah.
So I'm not buying. I'm not a huge spender. I buy some expensive things because I don't buy stupid things in a way. Or
are those?
I shouldn't say stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe impractical, or maybe they don't have a utility.
Yes.
Maybe, like you said, it's to show off and there's no function to it. Snap, I had a question and it just left. Oh, well.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
Let's fly around.
Or maybe it won't. I won't worry about it. We'll be dow about it.
Yep.
We're at probably, 1 hour and 10 minutes, Cameron?
Yeah, we're just about 1:05.
Okay, we still got plenty of time to hash through some things. I would like to crack another fortune cookie. And I promise you we had the gong before you got here. It's not cultural appropriation.
I've seen the show. I've
Oh shit, I got early.
Then I did the
Yeah, it's all good. I miss it all about half the time.
This is fun. Talking about just random stuff.
Yeah, I like to get your perspective because you've navigated through life a certain way, and whether we're aware of it or not, there's probably a lot of people who would like to do what you're doing, and maybe they don't know where to start, or even that the mentality is probably the most important part, is how you're thinking about things and how you're going through life. So it's awesome to see your point of view and what you're doing.
Great, thanks, man.
This one, we answered this, actually. It says, early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy and wise. You disagree with that, right? You don't go to bed early. You don't wake up early.
Well, early, at what part of Earth are you talking about?
Well, I mean, that's, again, a good point.
I could stay here, but my work is in Japan. It's opposite end of the day, so it's more comfortable for me to work at a.m. midnight here than 2 p.m. here.
That's actually another point I didn't even think, because your business is on the other side of the planet. You
it's,
actually have to be up at all hours.
Everything's more than one point.
It's fine.
That's a very tight point of view. Yeah.
So do you get a head start on things, like just in the sense of an early rise? Like,
I set up an alarm when I need to wake up if I have something to do, and I try to stay awake as long as I can and trying to do something until I'm just beat and can't go on and sleep. That's about 4 hours before the alarm time.
how do you decompress if you're busy running a business and training for golf and taking care of a family? What's your downtime look like?
That is my downtime.
Because you enjoy everything about what you're doing.
It's
there's no.
so I don't know. I don't know how my wife would view it, but I'm always watching the baby and have a phone in my hand, texting, and it's like doing this, and it's like I leave the phone on and I'm computer looking something and having a baby. Yeah, she might view it as it's entertainment. Maybe I'm not focused, but that's how she just views it. And I'm trying to chip things as much as I can. Chip it away.
Do you play any video games?
I used to, not anymore. I don't have time for it, really.
You ever thought about trying virtual reality? The VR headsets? Have you ever done those?
Yes, I've bought a set. Like I said, I've tried everything. Okay. Whenever I see it, it's interesting. I get to try it. I don't think there's, at the moment, there's a very limitation what you could do with it. So I tried it and I was like, I experienced it. I kind of see how far you could do with it for now. So it's not there yet, in a way.
And while we're on the topic of screens, I mean, I think in general, cell phones, internet, TV, they tend to take up a lot of people's time in their life.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that? Because you said you're playing with the baby, playing with the phone. Is there points where you say no electronics right now?
Why?
No?
I don't see it. Yeah.
No?
The phone became it became a part of your life now. It's a human in a advanced society. Some countries don't have internet, availabilities and stuff, and the phone is still pressing. Yeah, but at countries like here, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
advanced countries. The phone is part of your life. Mm-hmm. Anything you do, you need it. First thing you do is what's Google? Oh, what's my Safari? What's my Google? Siri, Alexa. Yeah.
What about a microchip, like a Neuralink?
I love Tesla, so yeah.
So you would test out a Neuralink
if
they came out with the line of
if they tell me that if Elon Musk, I don't know if you will. I'm a huge. I like that guy since the X.com days.
What about him do you like?
I think he's cool. The way he approaches things and the way he describes things is kind of unique. And I've never met him in person, so it's an idol, I guess, in a way. But do I love him? No, not in that way. But I think as of another person, human being, dude, he's cool. I mean, he did it. I mean, who sent people to the moon, man? Who sends people to Mars? I mean,
it's quite
it's a private company.
Aspiration.
Shoot a rocket, brought it down, come back up, brought it down. Dude.
I'm actually thinking of starting a rocket company too, called Ape Ship. Yeah.
You might want to write a lot of email to Elon Musk.
Yeah, I don't know how well the launch is going to go, but be building parts and probably doing a test launch with some fireworks in the backyard.
You know what? I hope it works. I really do. And you're just showing Elon that you can make a rocket out of your backyard.
You hear that, Elon?
I mean,
this is a challenge. Damn. And I thought I turned that off.
They're listening. That's why.
Oh, are they? Yeah, that's the government. I would never take on
Yeah.
Elon Musk. I would never do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been following him. I wish I'd had some fun money back in college days, obviously, when they first went, but I didn't. I was struggling, motherfucker. So I had no money. Yeah,
Would you go up in a rocket too?
yeah,
I like this. You would pretty much try most things.
yeah. But I think my wife will disagree, and she'll probably kill me
Oh.
if I get on that thing. But if you, I don't know. I don't think.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't think there's not enough money or security of anything that could replace a person. So, yeah,
I like
it's
that.
not.
Can you say that one more time? There's not enough.
There's not enough money or securities that could replace a person.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
So I would have to discuss with my family, obviously, if I could get on or not. But if it was myself, I would love to, because I got to try it. I mean, never done it, so I got to try
Would
it.
you consider yourself an adrenaline junkie? Have you ever done anything extreme, like skydiving or
No.
bungee jumping?
No, nothing.
No.
I've done a little bit of dirt biking, but I didn't like it.
You didn't?
I did a little bit of street and don't like it. No, I like comfortable stuff. It's injuring yourself if it's in the other end. I try to stay away from.
Are you clumsy?
Yeah.
Me too.
Very.
Me too.
Very.
We have to tread lightly.
My wife kind of made that comment a long time ago. Baby, you drive the most expensive trash can.
What is that, a reference to your car?
Yeah, because I always drive decently nice branded cars, but
Uh-huh.
my inside I have trash thrown everywhere, cigarette butts. And she's like, oh, you have the most expensive trash can. I'm clumsy.
I still think it's so important because these are it's shining a light because you're clumsy, yet somehow you get on a golf club or a golf course and everything
Because
comes
it's
together.
not me. It's
Not you. What do you mean?
It's everybody around you. Everything around you is nothing about me. There is. Okay, look at. I'll give you a good example. Go to golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Who pays you the purse?
Who pays the what?
Purse. The amount of earnings you're gonna make. Your prize money.
The audience.
You didn't pay yourself. I mean,
Right.
someone's paying you
Uh-huh.
to be there to earn that money. All right, you be on TV. Are you gonna be on TV by yourself? No, someone's watching you on the other side. There's someone shooting at you. I mean, when something's going on, there's nothing to yourself. So
This brings up a really, really interesting philosophical point. Let's take me, for example, a musician. If I'm playing and never to anyone, am I really a performer? Am I really a performer if I'm not playing to anybody?
well, to others you're not, but to you, that's your decision. Am I or not?
So I could be a performer to myself.
Yeah, that no one knows and no one actually thinks you're a performer. But if you're a performer to yourself, you are a performer. Well, I mean, that now you're talking other people's point of view, not what you think you are.
But you just said it was important to have that other side. You need the other people to be what you are, right?
No. You could be who you are, but always gonna have some other people. There's gonna be, when things happen, it's nothing. It's because yourself. I'm saying,
Okay.
and nothing gets done by yourself. You could believe things, you could try things by yourself, but it will never happen by yourself. I guess self-amusing could be one thing that you could do by yourself.
Self-amusing? Yeah, like making yourself laugh.
Or sexually amusing yourself, or, that could be done by yourself in a way, but, I mean, really? That's a completely different thing where,
Yeah. Huh.
What you believe, it's what you believe.
Do you believe that thinking positive about your reality really does make it more positive?
Yeah.
Have you ever, has there been any points where you did have negative thoughts, and did they surface in your world as negative?
I'm sure I have, but I guess within myself, not big enough to remember. Or it's stuck in my head where I could say, at this time.
Do you hold on to any accomplishments to keep you moving into your goals?
I don't keep it, but I'm not going to deny the things that has been done.
So
I'm not going to tell people, are you a professional golfer? Yeah, I've won this many tournaments. No, I'm never going to say that. I usually don't even tell people I'm a professional golfer, really, anyways, till I meet. It's like, what do you do, man? It's like, I just do a few things.
I kill it. I'll make money.
I just do a few things. Because I meet a lot of people still at the golf course. I go public golf course and play. And obviously, I have a completely different golf skill than they do. They always ask me, so what do you do, man? Yeah, I do a few things.
Have you ever taught anybody golf?
Not as a job, but I have given advices, yes.
Is it easy or hard to teach people something?
Very hard. Because what you do and what they do is a completely different thing. And what you believe and what they can do is completely different. So,
did you have a teacher? Did
Yes.
you have a golf?
Yes.
Did you have more than one?
I had I had a babysitter basically when I was young. Wasn't a teacher. I don't consider him. I had 2 golf instructors in my life. I had 3.
3.
Well, 2. One part kind of went to get advices and kind of stopped seeing him. But I had main 2. One kind of tried.
Do you think it's important to find a teacher if you want to be good at something?
It depends how good do you want to get.
Well, let's say you want to get as good as you possibly can.
Then go find a most best badass teacher you can find. I mean,
do you still take lessons or advice from other golfers, or are you in your own element?
I steal. I don't.
You steal?
I shouldn't say steal.
No. Describe it. What do you mean by steal? In the way that a NFL coach will watch another team?
Yeah.
And see how they're doing it?
How they play or the shots they hit, how the motions they make. I don't have to ask. I just look.
So you're learning from them, and they're teaching you.
I learn every day.
But they're just not aware.
I'm learning about things today from you too. About when I walked in talking about all these things, I'm learning about studio works too. I mean,
trust me too. We've had a lot of technical issues on the journey.
You're learning stuff every day.
Do you try to perfect something before you start it?
No.
No?
I go as I go.
You go as you go.
Yeah. I believe timing is half the battle. If anything, it's timing.
Timing.
Everything's about timing.
Timing.
I'll give you a
mentality.
perfect example. It's not even. It was timing. I never thought of even Japan until I got to Japan. Japan wasn't even in my plan.
Until you got where?
Until I went to Japan.
Oh.
Okay, so the only thing that was in my head was PGA Tour. Since I was young, went to UNM, All-American. The golf was easy. I thought I could just get through, breeze by, go through Q school, the qualification stage to go to PGA Tour. Failed by 1 shot. Oh man, try next year. Failed by another shot. Screw this, quit. I quit. I don't want to play. Then things happened. I went qualified U.S. Open without practicing.
Okay.
I was like, I'm good. I missed this. So after that U.S. Open with your dad, he caddied for me because he wanted to. And it was a good, meaningful thing. He was a good golfer and from Albuquerque. Anyways, everything worked out great. Since that tournament, it got the love, the passion to become a professional golfer again.
So you lost the passion and the love at one point because you failed a couple of years?
Yeah,
and then
because I kind of thought it was easy, but it wasn't.
And then how long of a gap before you jumped back in?
A couple of years. I mean, I jumped in and out a little bit in the beginning and mini tour stuff.
But when you got back in for the second time, you were like, I'm going to stick with it?
No, it was like, I'm going with the flow.
You're just going with the flow.
That's what happened. It was more of I was digging at it, and didn't find anything, couldn't find anything. Then I found out there's another opportunity and started kind of digging. Oh.
You found, yeah. So just keep trying.
Yeah, just
I like that.
Yeah, I was very lucky to another. It's all people, man. I'm telling you, I could have many episodes probably talking about all the stories that I went through with people. It's all about people.
I like that, and that's part of my strategy here with what we're doing in these studios is with this podcast is networking with individuals. It's super important to know your community and especially align your goals with like-minded people. I think that's important, 100%. What's another person you look up to other than Elon Musk? Because you said he was kind of
I don't look up to Elon Musk.
You said kind of an idol earlier.
Well, idol doesn't mean that you have to look up all the time. I just fan.
You think he's a cool guy. You're a fan.
I'm a fan.
Who else do you admire? Is that a better word?
Admire?
Or maybe you think they're cool. Who else are you a fan of?
My grandfather.
Oh, hell yeah. Again, that heritage is important. Why your grandfather?
Because the thing is, that's from my point of view. It's nothing from what he really is or what he has really done. I can't speak for him, but the experience that I had since I was a kid and things he kind of told me, and it's just, man, he was cool. He was a super wealthy guy, and he never had more than $5 in his pocket. And he was super wealthy guy.
Did you learn a lot from him?
No, well, I was too young to learn anything.
Do you know why he was super wealthy?
Yeah, he was an entrepreneur. He came from North Korea during the war. He ran away.
Whoa.
He was one of the he wasn't. Nobody was after him. It was just kind of they just didn't like the communism, so they all kind of fled down to South Korea.
Even that in itself is admirable. That's a ballsy move.
Yeah, and then he came in my grandmother in South Korea, and then they had a family, and they struggled in the beginning. Yeah, so stories are crazy, man. So they got married, they had a kid, and they lived in somebody else's basement, in a corner. They rented it because they didn't have any money. And while my grandmother I think she was working as a hair designer or something to make quick bucks, as a part-time job. And while she was trying to go to her job, having baby in the back, because there's no much baby, I guess the lip of the door frame was so low. It wasn't really a full house. It was a room in the corner of a basement. So, and she didn't realize she had a baby. She would duck down, went out, boom, and hit her in the head, and baby never woke up the next morning.
Oh shit.
So that's when they really got sparked up, said we're going to be wealthy and we're going to have a super tall the door frames, and that's when they sparked up, and he did it really well himself from there.
The baby passed away because it got knocked in the head a little hard. Oh man, that's unfortunate. And then they decided that was never going to happen again. They were going to take control of their destiny.
And he worked really, really hard, I think.
What was his field of business?
I believe, in the beginning, what really got him going was the custom agency. I think he opened up or he worked for a custom agency, import-export.
Okay.
And this was right after the war, so Japan had a bunch of stuff that was just flowing into South Korea because they were just building up economy at the time, so they just have so much import and export. So he saw a business in that. I guess he got in, and we lived at the time was one of the biggest import ports in the country of South Korea. So he just made bucks,
Damn. Did he ever give you any solid advice that you still remember clearly? Is there something he said that resonated that you took with the years?
Yeah, but I shouldn't say it because it could sound very...
You don't have to say
Yeah, it could sound kind of wrong, so
It could sound wrong.
Yeah, because it's just way
Damn, I'm curious now. You don't have to say it.
Okay,
he mentioned
he mentioned certain job and said don't do that job, basically. So,
But that okay, but why? Was there a why?
he was, to me, it felt like he was trying to say, there's so much meaning. I took it so many different ways, so I can't just say one thing. But it sounded like one of the message that I took was, don't don't try to look so good to somebody, or
Authenticity. Don't. I
or-
mean, I like
or
to.
there's not an English word for it. There's a word for Japanese and there's a word for Korean, but there's not that describing word in English.
That's a good point because
Engli-
English is your second language, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so
No, I don't think there is a word for it. I don't think.
how would you describe it? Your status, your
No, so it's like,
image.
okay, so say you're trying to get a job,
sure.
let's say, and you're hiring. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying everything that I can to show you to like me.
Okay.
Don't try so hard to be liked. in a way.
Okay. Okay.
In a
Like your
way.
maximal projected image. Don't try too hard at that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, this is hard because
Yeah,
this
the-
is why language communication. Because sometimes there's these words that just don't exist in our language.
I don't know. If I said that phrase that he kind of said, if somebody else hears it, it might take it completely differently.
But
So-
that could be a complete mistranslation. Just
or
and
even
it-
in Korean.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
personal how the person takes it, I believe. It's so this is the way I took it, and that's, I mean,
So,
that's really-
so if you're not trying to, if you do what he said and don't try so hard to do that, what should you do instead? Just go with the flow? Is that kind of the opposing
if you
end?
be you, you be you. If as long as you're you,
So okay, so you don't believe in fake it till you make it. You-
it's very yeah
you-
exactly. You don't need to fake it. You
Don't fake it till you make it.
not exactly to fake it, but
I'm
to don't try to make it perfect or
It's trying to
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you know
pinpoint
what?
this word. It's okay.
yeah,
It's fine. That's fine.
That's beauty of language, anyways.
I have a huge fascination with languages. So right now, to me, it's like a creature in the dark, and we're trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
It just keeps running in the bushes.
There's some cool words in Japanese where there's no explanation in English, and
Now, I would want to ask, but then we would be in the same situation we just were.
no, it's actually there is, and this very similar You could explain the meaning. You just can't say it identically word to word.
Is there anything else he said that might be easier to translate that you took his advice? He became wealthy. He gave you some advice.
He passed before I became an adult, so
How did he raise your dad or your mom? Was it your dad or your mom's?
my dad.
Your dad. Okay, so on your dad's side.
Ooh, my
I-
grandmother was very strict. I heard,
Okay.
but she was really sweet to me. So
Okay, that's maybe a bit common with grandparents being sweeter to the grandkids.
I mean, if I needed anything, I don't ask my parents. I just ask my grandparents. Because
Yeah.
no.
So the grandmother was a little strict. He was also strict on,
My
on your dad.
grandfather is a quiet guy. He never talked much anyways. Yeah.
Maybe that's part of a secret to becoming wealthy and successful is don't give away all your secrets.
I think him himself was people. He had right people working at right for him at right time. I mean,
Do you have a bucket list?
I tried to make one before. Then I realized the bucket's not big enough.
Damn.
So
That was deep.
yeah, so I just
Okay. What was at the top? At the bucket?
don't have it at the top. I never ranked anything.
Oh, you never
So
ranked anything?
I was trying. I was like I said, my hobby is to find new things I haven't tried. Or
Sure.
so it's
Okay, that's probably why it was a bottomless bucket.
yeah. It was like, dude, then it's just pointless. I mean, do I want to do skydiving? No, but down the line, would I change? Maybe.
I wouldn't recommend it. If you got a bad back already, that landing might be kind of critical. I've seen a parachute not open. I was going through Utah, where I was just driving through. I forgot the town, but there were people floating down with the parachutes, and one dude, he was coming down kind of quick, and his parachute didn't quite open all the way, and he kind of spiraled down and hit the ground kind of hard. And I saw this from my window in the distance, and I thought to myself, that guy either died or severely injured himself.
So you don't know what happened? You were just flying by.
No, I was just driving on the highway, and then I saw a group of skydivers. Oh, they're opening their chutes, and then this guy came out like halfway, and then he kind of went in this spiral down and made contact.
Did he bounce up? Or?
He was in the distance. It was kind of like just it was obvious that the other 5 or 6 people were floating slow, and he was going a little bit too fast down towards the ground. So, yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds painful. I've heard that actually when you don't go flat, you just always kind of go and just go boom, and then
really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's
what I heard. I never tried. So that's what I heard. And actually, there's one more person that I really probably respect, is besides my parents, obviously. It will be, I say my wife, man. It's, damn, mother.
What do you respect about your wife?
I mean, watching 2 kids, having a full-time job while I'm away.
It's the teamwork, holding down the fort.
I mean, luckily she has her family here. Her mother helps her out as much as she can, but that's replacing me. So I think she does. My mother-in-law probably helps about 5 times at least more than I could. So yeah, it's a big help. But just going through, she's single mom more than half of the year, while she's not single mom. So
that's a tough situation.
Yeah, so I think I just can't imagine what she's going through compared to what I'm going through, It's just, man, she's not a single mom, but she's a single mom.
Is there any advice you could give to people in this situation? Is there a romantic thing you do that seems to liven up what you two got going on, or is you just so busy, the both of you?
I just say yes.
You just say yes. I like it. It seems this way. This is just how you go about life. Yeah. This is your mentality.
She goes, "Can you do this for me?" Yep.
Okay.
And if you have something to do, then you just say no, and there's a reason why. And she understands. But I usually try to say yes. I hardly ever trying to say no. If there's a no, I try to think very logical. So I try to think kind of this, so that would happen. That happens. Okay, I'll choose this option. And then I'll say things. So she doesn't like it because I'm too logical sometimes. So when my no comes, she doesn't kind of like it, but there's a reason.
I'm curious about the smoking. I am. Does she smoke too?
No.
No.
She hates smoking.
She hates it. So how does that? Is that just?
I don't smoke in the house.
You don't smoke. There's kind of a middle ground that both of you find.
I smoke vapes sometimes in ventilated areas, like bathrooms or kitchen, or at least if I have to watch kids, I will turn the fan on, leave the bathroom open, and stand in front of the bathroom, and I'll always vape it there. I won't smoke any cigarettes in the house.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I'm trying to get all the vape as much as possible to the vent, not to kids or family.
It sounds like a teenager trying to get the smoke out of the house.
I need my nicotine. And actually, it's a habit. It's something just having your mind.
I agree. I do the same kind of thing. What other bad habits do you have? Do you have any? Is that kind of your only one?
I'm sure you should ask that question to my wife, not me. I wouldn't know if if it was, I wouldn't have known if it's a habit because it's habit.
Do you have any other big projects you're able to talk about? Because we touched a little bit on.
We could talk about that crypto stuff if you want.
I am super curious about it. If you can talk a little bit more about that, because it's.
Well, one of our member, who's an engineer, made a really cool comment. We're talking about, we're making current NFT space look pedestrian.
NFT space what?
Current NFT space right now.
Okay.
Pedestrian.
What does that mean, pedestrian?
They just got off the ground. They're just barely walking.
Oh,
we got something
okay.
just.
Okay.
We got something like rocket. We could go to another planet, not walking around.
So it's going to be a big thing.
I believe so. We believe so.
Are you more excited about it than you've been about
anything else?
Anything
else besides professional golf. So because that was my life. It's not a job. It's life. I probably will play golf even though I quit professional golf. So it's not something that I'll completely fold. But so that's something. It's part of my life. That one. And I think it could be part of my life.
So you think integrating this technology with your golf is going to happen? Is it going to kind of tie your clothing brand with the golf with this new project, or are you keeping them separate?
No, it's gonna. I'll bring it on as much as possible because it's just it makes things a lot simple.
Do you own any NFTs right now?
Yes, but not purchased ones. Only like airdropped or free stuff that you could have downloaded, or a friend of mine who bought it for me just gave it to me.
So it is not, or it is minted?
Okay.
Because if it's established on the blockchain, right?
These ones I just don't know because I got it through Engine Coin. Some of them.
Okay.
It's in their blockchain. It's an Ethereum ERC20.
Okay.
So I believe it is minted. And it was free, like X million pieces given out for free if you whatever first to download. It's just nothing that I traded for Ethereum or anything like that. So I don't know what there's any value behind it or anything.
Okay.
Shall I say? And buddy of mine just bought me a real estate piece in virtual. It's called Next Earth or something like that.
Or Earth 2.
Or not Earth 2 or something like that. Yeah, I could look it up.
So it's a virtual world with virtual Earth.
And he bought the green with J block.
Wow. And he gave that to you.
Oh, he's trying to, but he's trying to figure out how he could send that to me. But he said he bought it for me, so.
Because of the J.
Yeah, because there's something was. I made a double eagle on one of the last tournament of the year on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
So I made 2 on a par 5. So my second shot went in, and it was under live TV. So it was like, oh, you made a double eagle there. So I bought you green of the golf course in that virtual world.
So that's very, very interesting. So
NFT, it's. Okay, I can't speak for engineers or people who's coding because they're the one who's really, really building and understanding more than I do. I just understand a circulation of ecosystem, I shall say. That's what I understand more than technical part behind it. But way I see it is this thing, NFT, you could do so many things. It's just not what people are just talking about.
It's not just art. It's not just
art.
There's utility behind them.
Yes. There's many ways you can use it. And at the moment, everybody's focusing on art pieces and music and, ownership. Yeah, that's a big word, ownership. But like I said, it's the ownership. It's ownership of this.
Yeah, who says who owns what?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So I think if you use it right, there's just so many ways you could do it. And what we're trying to do is very Very easy for users to get involved.
Okay. Okay.
User intuitive.
User accessible, user intuitive.
Um,
Do you own any other cryptocurrencies? Do you have
Little bit.
an external wallet, or is it all kind of on an
apps and cold wallets, or I do have. I shouldn't say I have it because I don't physically have it, but I have an access to external wallet if I want. Don't have to purchase it. There's one there, but I just don't use it. I've heard cases that actually happen in very close to me. A person got hacked. So
Yeah, there's a lot of predatory scams going on.
and it doesn't matter if you have it hot or cold. It basically take it. So it's in that sense. But it was his fault. It was. He just had a door open. It's like, welcome to my house type situation.
Well, when you connect the wallets, it's just kind of that open door situation.
And he had all the information, all the passwords to everything he has on a cloud.
Damn. You'd like the special keys you're not supposed to have on the cloud, right?
Yeah, so he just put all the 20-letter words, all that stuff, phishing codes, and he just put it on there. It was his fault.
By the way, you're not supposed to keep any of that on your phone.
The safest way, safest is write it down or memorize it.
Pen or paper. Yeah.
Don't ever put it on your mobile device or anything. It's dangerous out there. But I think those security is going to get better and better time goes.
Do you think that most people should start paying attention to crypto and NFT technology?
I think it'll blend in more than you paying attention. It's something that technology. It sounds like. Well, I'm okay. Once again, I'm young. I don't have much experience in this field, but with my experience and what I've kind of saw and researched is there's always a big approach when there's new technology, but it takes so much time because it takes a little at a time to integrate. But once it's in your life, it becomes part of your life, the technology, right?
Kind of like a cell phone.
Yeah, it's not so subtle. It's more like blending in and becomes the norm, I guess, in a way. So I think this is going to be one of those. There is more than investing in crypto. Investing is more like, it's pretty much like stock market. You're betting on who's going to be the next thing. Or
so what is the more? If there's more than just investing, then what is it? Is
like utilizing.
Utilizing, okay.
Yeah, or the network power. I believe that Bitcoin is, this is kind of funny. There's a video on YouTube you could find.
Sure.
Cameron, if you can find it, it's called Explain BTC and space BC.
Explain BTC space BC.
Okay, there it is. That's part 1. Yeah, watch that. Can we play that on here, or is it not allowed to play that on here?
It depends if it's copyrighted or not. If it's YouTube does these things where if it is copyrighted material, they'll flag the whole video, and any money that comes into that video goes
I don't know
to
how to find out, but
so anyone
but this thing
if
actually
anyone
explains.
wants to, if anyone wants to dive in, there's the video. You can check it out.
It's actually a good way to see it. It's old video. It's not. It's how old is it?
2000. I can't read that number.
It could have been a remade version. I think it was actually
2018?
before that. Yeah, I think it was even before that. But it explains the situation we're in basically very well.
I'm gonna check it out at another point in time.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people have a lot of opinions, and not everybody knows everything. There's a lot of information that just people don't know or don't look into.
And when you're trying to research even about these Bitcoin stuff, they talk about the same thing. It's just about next digital gold, or next this, next that, or Web3. Yeah, but regular people probably don't understand more than half of what they usually say. So
I know I don't understand.
I don't even understand the deep tech why it does that.
But we understand that it's
How
important.
It's
gonna take hold in a lot of
well, I mean,
facets of our life.
oh yeah, it's fascinating how there was only one way to value something was with money, but now you could value things at a value, not at that money. It could be dollar or yen, but it was money, currency. Now you could value something with the value, not money.
I mean, that's what worth is. You and I agree it's worth something, and then it is.
It is. You could give me this for your broken fortune cookie, and if
Well, no, I'm never selling that because that's got mojo in it.
Oh,
That's now been played by you.
dude,
That's been
then
played by
I might
Eddie
have
Brewer.
to add my phone. How about this offer, this cup and that?
You can't. You see, the value to me is
Exactly.
that shaker's got a lot of mojo in it. So
that mojo is you got to find some value that could replace that mojo, and it's interesting.
I think an NFT utility I'm looking at as a musician, and this is how my brothers explained it. Let's say we're about to have a virtual concert, right? And we can sell out however many tickets. Each ticket's an NFT. Imagine you buy that ticket as an audience member, and after the show, I mean, you need it to get into the show. You need it to get into the virtual show. But after it, that still has value. And you can keep selling that on the internet. And every time somebody sells it, you get a percentage of that transaction. Or you could never sell it and just let the value go up.
Yeah.
So it's like a royalty based.
It's a good way to know that.
Another way I've seen on the internet of people using an NFT is they'll like murals on the wall in cities. They'll buy an NFT from the artist that says they own the mural. It's not really. They don't own the paint. They don't own the bricks. They don't own the real estate. They own the concept of that's the art, and they bought it from the actual muralist.
Ooh.
And it's like that piece of paper. Like if you're going to an antiques roadshow, everyone where's the paper? Where's the paperwork? Well,
That'll replace that paper.
Yeah.
Completely on digital worlds, and it'll keep track of where it is at. So
in a way, it's superior because once it's there on the blockchain, it's just there for anyone to see.
That is yours to be.
Papers can still be forged, right?
Yes. Well, another good example is like this people, this NFT right now, CryptoPunks, $300,000, $400,000. You could take a screenshot and edit it, cut them off, and you could use it on your Twitter and like act like you have it,
Right.
But really, who's the owner is the person really who has it, not the person who made the copy of it. But the copy will never have authentication of the real one like would in the Ethereum blockchain. It's just another copy of a photo. There's no meaning. There's no value to it. So it's like Mona Lisa. You see it in a museum. You take a photo, and you take it home and you print it on the nicest printer, the nicest thing, and you just frame it, put it in your house, and you act like you own it. Who knows?
Someone might buy it from you, but
well, the thing is, how are you going to prove it's real? The only way to prove it it's a good way if the authentication of that Mona Lisa is made with NFT, and the ownership of that art is traded with an NFT, not the actual piece.
Exactly.
So the piece will always go around museums controlled by associations of these art collector groups. I'm sure they have it, or you rent it, and you make a protocol to make it's rentable. So you rent that NFT.
Almost like a license?
It's licensed. You can make it into license. I'm telling you, there's so many.
Yeah, I love it. Yes.
So I don't know how much we get about. We're not interested in this part of the world yet, but I'm sure a lot of people are already thinking this too. Just think about making a digital copy of your songs all in NFTs.
Okay.
And for you to even play it, there's a lock on it that shows that has to be authenticated.
So, if, for example,
to be able to play it.
If you were an independent artist, they had to get your album from your website, your NFT website, and they would be able to unlock it. and once you sell that, they can't get in anymore.
Yeah, or you have to
Damn.
buy a utility token for that NFT for 1 minute of song is this amount of utility token requires to burn it, or and there's just always layers you can make to be protected to be yours.
I was thinking of one way we might be using it here is giving them out to the guests, but also integrating like a sound bite, like just a very simple sound bite. Because something I haven't seen is we all see the JPEGs, but I mean, and this is along the lines of art, just because people like owning art. Imagine if you had an NFT that also came with the sound bite. I just as an idea that's
where to
surface.
go. I don't think our team will be interested in this now, but there's something for your team idea.
I have no idea yet.
I got something for you later.
Okay. I'm excited. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it.
I'm super excited about this.
But there's really no way to plan it out from your and my point of view. Like we were talking about, you can't plan too much. You kind of adapt.
Yeah.
I can't either. The technology's too advanced for me to understand, and it's moving too fast that it's just adapt.
Just adapt it, and just play with it, and that's the easiest way to learn. It's really confusing to get into crypto market because it seems very simple, but it actually takes some learning.
It's a little overwhelming.
It is. I think they need to figure a way a little more easier way.
Well, I mean, a couple of things. I think Melania Trump, maybe Michael Jordan, maybe they both started projects on the Solana blockchain.
Yep.
Visa is looking at integrating the Solana blockchain so that people can buy and sell NFTs with their.
I believe
Visa credit
Solana.
card, so.
This is what I've told, and the research that I'm going through is in my level is telling us that Solana is the best one for it right now, and we are working on Solana blockchain also.
It's just faster, right?
A lot faster, a lot cheaper, a lot more scalable.
Again, you can bake in those royalties too, right?
Yeah, all of it. It's all coding. It's smart contracts. It's just whatever you want to put the rules down. It's just have it. And
humans love writing papers and contracts. If there's one thing that's always baffled me, it's the amount of paperwork that goes into everything. God, people love paper. I saw a video of some dude from the Middle East, very rich. He brought his Ferrari or Lamborghini or some sports car to the United States through Canada, and the cop was very confused as to why he had a Middle Eastern license plate, and it was a conversation where he was like, look at my papers. These are the documents from your government. And the cop didn't even understand, but after 2 minutes, he gave up. He was like, I got another call, and he left. But it's just he was articulate, he stood his ground, and he had papers. But papers can be forged.
It will never be adopted instantly because it just gets rid of too many people and too many jobs and too many things. It only would make sense if it slowly adopts. If everybody's yelling out Bitcoin standard right now, what's going to happen to banks, man? I mean, what are you going to do with all the money?
They're freaking out. Canada right now, they just froze bank accounts on those trucker convoys.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
it's just, you got to take things slow. You just can't. Yeah, this is not going.
I don't know. I like to also invest in the sense of assets, like this podcast, this studio, and the skills I'm building. I will show some of the footage in some other special videos somewhere, but the lighting is terrible. The angles suck. The audio's bad. It took us maybe 7-8 tests to get it acceptable.
Okay.
So
might be a little better lighting now.
Oh, no. The lighting's good now. I'm talking about for the first couple episodes. Oh, yeah. Talking elusive. So, I mean, you got to adapt.
Yeah.
You got to...
It's going to replace a lot of things also. So,
what do you have that are assets? Do you consider assets? Do you consider your real estate or your business assets?
Everything that you have is an asset. It's something you can is it worth any money? That's the question we're asking. Is it worth any money? Yeah. Is it worth anything? Yeah, it worth everything worth something.
I really like to drive this point home. It's only worth something because we agree that it's worth something.
It's worth something.
You know, the crazy point of view I came across with this housing inflation, you know, we're very excited in this city because of how much the value of the houses are going up. Maybe some people aren't. Taxes are sucking. But the thing is maybe it's not that the houses are increasing in value. It's really the dollar losing value. It's the inflation of the dollar. So your house isn't really worth anything more. It's that dollar losing value quick. And it's concerning.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's way of I do math, but just simply think about this. They talk about Albuquerque price going up, averaging 16%. Is that what they said? An average. That's went
My
up.
lender just said 15 to 20%.
Yeah, so 16%. I think what the number was. At the national average was like 22%.
Dang.
So it was because of LA and all these things. They were going crazy, Vegas, and look at the posters of hiring posters because they were shorthanded. Everybody is
Everywhere.
Think about it. What are they offering versus before? Percentage-wise difference. For same job at McDonald's, I'm not saying this in a bad way. They used to offer in Albuquerque $7 an hour.
$7.50,
Yeah.
$8. Yeah.
You start to see posters saying $12,
Yeah.
$13 an hour. Look at the percentage difference of it. You're making almost 80% more. No, you're not doubling it, but you know what I mean?
You have a gain of 7.5 to 13. That's double.
That's 80% almost up. But now you're BTC itching about 15-16% raise on something you're going to buy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you really need to worry about these inflations or prices going up? No, because you'll earn more. It's not something that price goes up and your earnings stays same. It's your earnings are actually adjusted in a higher percentage when you're switching these days, you know. Obviously, already high-paying jobs are not going to go up 80%. If I'm talking about in a very basic cost of living situation, pricing money will go up more than what inflation has gone up. So I think in that sense, people shouldn't panic so much, you know, in that category.
It should be more focus on how you're using your money.
Exactly. It's because of the corona situation, a lot of people got free money. A lot of people got...
Yeah.
So...
And, yeah. I mean, most people got a free money, right?
Yeah. If you did your tax right, I'm sure a lot of people got their money more than what they deserve, too.
Do you think that helped, or do you think that maybe...
It helped.
Or do you think...
It helped and hurt. I'm not a politician.
Right.
I'm not an economist or anything like that.
No, you're a
to
golfer.
say,
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion, but it definitely helped making people more interactive with money.
Okay. People thought about money a little bit different.
Yeah,
when
they're
they saw
different
that
now.
There was a different...
there's an investment opportunities. Before, investment was only focused so much for people who have money.
Oh, so someone like me, actually, I bought a little bit of crypto with
exactly.
it.
With all these checks or Robinhood, all this technology and this time, it was just perfect combination how it almost, if it wasn't a very, let's say, what's that, like, you know, those...
A different timeline?
No.
Parallel universe?
The political point of view. QAnon versus like liberal, you know what I'm talking about. You know those.
Okay, right wing versus left wing,
and you know stuff like that. It's
conservative versus liberal.
Yeah, it's the way technology was moving so fast that our life was hard time catching up. Had a hard time catching up to technology.
Yes.
But because of Corona,
It's okay.
everything stopped. And you gave the new technology to everyone to take, all of a sudden, to adopt. Like online trading, you know.
The jobs and stuff.
Remote working.
There was kind of a nice switch over for
and technology just caught up. So
okay.
I think it's actually a good thing that happened Or it could say if it's, oh man, why am I blanking out of that word? Like,
Because you speak like 3 languages.
Yeah. It's a theory. It's a.
Is it Pareto's distribution?
No, it's like kuteta. It's almost like what's the theory? Whoa.
It's okay. On the tip of the tongue, folks. It's okay.
It's conspiracy theory. There you go.
That's the word you were trying to find. Holy shit! If only look at this. Look at the relief. That is pure joy, folks.
So it's
that mental release of finding a word. I wish I could have helped you because that's a super common word.
Where it is. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was so freaking out.
It's fucking good.
Oh man.
So what? I hope we could still remember what you were going to say about
that conspiracy theory believes like if someone is controlling the whole economic of the Earth planet, they might have done this and purposely to stop everyone from moving around, for them to adopt a new technology for human to grow even one step up. How I don't think there's any other way to stop the whole Earth at the same time besides a disease or a sickness. I mean, I don't know what.
There seemed to be like for me, there's like this element of being with your families too.
Yeah,
there was just a general take a step back and check out what the hell's happening.
Yep.
And everyone kind of reanalyzed, reorganized.
So it's perfect time for a reset.
A reset is a good way to describe it.
And that's I think it's a positive way to view this Corona situation. Also, it's a reset that it's giving a lot of people new opportunity to have a new start, or not a new start, a different start.
This is kind of how I thought about it too. I quit alcohol right when it happened too, because I was like, well, if everyone's going to be getting sick, might as well start exercising and eating healthier and. Not doing that, and that had a bunch of positive changes in my life. Do you need more water by any chance?
I would love it. Yeah.
We'll wrap up here in a few minutes because we're hitting that 2-hour mark. But a lot of people are in distress, but it's a good point of view to find the opportunity amid the chaos, because that's what we do as humans. We take that chaos and we make order out of it, right?
Yep.
Unless you're destructive, then you make chaos out of order.
That's a bad way. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people had a hardship during this Corona. Yeah. I'm sure they did, but there are also a lot of people who actually came out better.
It's how you perceive.
It's how you perceive.
How you interact, choose to interact with the world.
Yeah, I mean, don't miss right, hit left,
What does that mean? Don't miss right, hit left?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a golfer term, right?
Let's say there's a pin on the right part of the green.
Okay.
Don't miss right. You're saying don't miss right. Don't is a negative word.
Oh, okay. So it's negative think versus positive think.
So you're trying to think hit left instead of thinking don't hit right.
This is crucial.
So
tell yourself.
Yeah.
Hit it in the hole instead of telling yourself don't miss it.
That.
Because you're focusing on the
miss.
Or
like you're standing on the tee and there's a water hazard or OB on your view. You're automatically thinking, oh, there's an OB. No, there's no OB on the left fairway. Oh, there's a fairway. Instead of thinking, oh, there's an OB. Look that direction and say, oh, there's a fairway. And stuff like that. You're at the same place. You're just changing the view of something and it becomes positive versus negative. That's the thing. That's where I try to take things positive.
I love that. Is there a place anyone can find you, your website and Instagram that you want to promote?
Myself is, I believe it's j.choi.50fi.
J with the Y, right?
No, J as a just.
Oh, just J.
Choi.
CHOI.50fi. Okay, we'll put a little link in the video description too, and if you.
Yeah, I don't post too many things. I just post once in a while how I'm doing and the things I do.
However, your crypto or whatever you're working on, that's going to be another business. So anyone who has any interest of that, this is a good way to connect with him and follow.
Let us know.
Just kinda keep tabs on that.
Let us know. It's interesting. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun to watch it unfold. Hell yeah.
Oh man, I'm
Well,
excited.
Mr. Choi, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, man. I hope we had a good talk. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very insightful. Yeah. Hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Have a good day.